Craig, what did you like about Cowan and Tavares on Saturday? And what do you think that line can do now with William coming back?
Cowboy, to me, really did a lot with the puck. Skated well through the neutral zone with it, made plays in the offensive zone. Looked like him and JT really read off each other well and created some really good scoring opportunities. Cowan, he's got the ability to make those little plays in tight and 5-foot plays.
So it's been a difference in him that you've seen from game 1 to now. It's almost a month now.
Yeah, big difference. Kind of went up and down a little bit. I think, first couple of games he's playing on emotion and a lot of that. And it always tends to dip a little bit, but he looks like he's got his energy back. Was really impressed with his last game in Philly.
A lot of what you're seeing, why you want to put on the first power play unit?
Yeah, exactly. We're not making enough plays on the power play. And I talk out of both ends of my mouth, but we are shooting pucks. I think we're top 5 in the league with shots for in the power play and stuff, but, we're not getting results. A lot of times, you got to be able to make these plays, and he really does see those plays, like in the bumper, going to the goal line, little rotation stuff. So hopefully that can trigger something and get some better looks in tighter.
McMahon out?
Somebody's phone's ringing.
Uh-oh.
That's a fine. 500.
Whose is it?
Bobby McMahon is not a. No. I got decisions to make tonight at game time.
What's the latest on it?
That phone's still.
You want to get that?
You want me to answer it?
Go ahead. Just tell him you're busy. But what's the latest on Tanev?
Yeah, he's doing fine. He's back home here. He stayed overnight for precautionary reasons. But, he's back here. We're all spoken to him, and he's in a good spot.
What's the challenge for your defense going forward again without him? You just went through a stretch without him.
Yeah, no, it's a challenge for sure because he does a lot. We all know that. But the guy that, Myers is coming in, and, he's done a good job with it when he's come in. He's been a very good D-man for us in those situations for the most part. We know what we're getting from him. So I think, it is what it is. You got to, there's injuries in the game, and you got to move on. And next guy up, let's go.
What have you seen from the Penguins' new coach? They're maybe
you're playing with some real spirit and energy out there. Obviously it's a different system that they're playing than they're normally used to. I don't need to get into all that, but for me, it's Crosby's playing well, Malkin's playing well, Carlson's playing well. Their big boys are playing well.
What do you want to see from Bobby right now?
Well, for me, from Bobby, I saw early on, the player I wanted to see, I thought he was very aggressive. He was physical, winning his battles and doing things like that and getting scoring opportunities. I thought it's dipped off a little bit. So it's just about a mindset for me with him. He's playing a little too safe at times, and he needs to play more aggressively and do what we need to what we need out of him.
David Kemp taking a break from the Marlies. What were your sense of his frustration or his situation in camp and the end of last year?
I didn't see frustration in camp. He came in and obviously there was competition at camp, and he had to fight for a spot. We have too many players, and we got to make decisions. And him going down to the minors, and he doesn't feel like he wants to be down there, so that's his decision of what he does. That's not for me to answer. That's all Brad and him to figure that out. So I don't really have a whole lot to say on that situation.
What sort of impact do you think the couple of games off will have on Willie as he comes back?
Well, he feels a lot better. I think he was out and he felt he could contribute in the Calgary game, which he did, and he played that game, but it kind of put him back a little bit. So he's had a little bit more time here to rest up. He was fine and he feels good, like he's ready to go.
How pleased are you that Sammy Blais?
Well, Blazers come in and he's done what we've asked of him. What I know of him, he's physical and he disrupts the other team with his physicality. But you've seen the puck skills. He has puck skills, and just got to keep him dialed in, focused.
we You always hear about like a team has a good room, a good locker room. From your experience as a player, a coach, like what goes into like a good room with the mix of
Camaraderie, good teammates. You know, I think just being in the locker room, it's just guys look forward to coming to the locker room and being around the rink and just being around each other and wanting to be around each other. And we have that. I mean, these guys really like each other, and so the locker room's fine.